Or
And go time.
welcome to the greatest colloquium captus in existence. You're here with the boys, the ultimate boys, your older brothers, or maybe your younger brothers that just, they got their ground, they got their ear to the ground, they're sampling soil. Or maybe
Driving
you just think,
grass.
yeah, maybe we're your crazy conspiratorial younger brother or older.
I thought it'd be uncle.
Anyway,
You know, it's always the crazy uncle.
yeah, crazy uncle. You're here with the strongest man in the universe, he who guards the guardians. Vanguard rides again. And, well, he's not on top of me, right? He's like next to me. Oh,
Pause.
there it goes again. There it goes again, the same joke. So, maybe it's a Freudian slip. Maybe it's a Freudian
Look,
slip. Maybe I
man,
just. But we
your
have the
business is your
human
business. Keep it to yourself.
calculator.
Eh?
Yeah, we have the human calculator with the numerical nomenclature. The mean, oh shit, sorry. The
You
cool
know,
blue one man wrecking Atron one
you
two
know.
three.
Eventually, someone's gonna ask me to prove that I'm a human calculator, and I'm gonna have to put, I'm gonna have to put that on my head, bro. Like,
You know what's crazy? How I decided to do the cool blue one man wrecking crew and you're wearing your blue Gundam thing. It's like
I thought you
I,
did it because I thought you saw it and then you did it.
maybe it was an unconscious thing. Maybe that's why I decided to say it, and I just didn't realize. Because a lot of things you do are unconscious. You just don't know you're doing them.
Yeah, no, I do that in math. I'd be like, blah blah blah. Like I'll get the number real quick, and then I'll add what I was adding to that number, and I was like, that's way too big a number. What's going? Oh, I see. I did the math so fast I didn't.
Yeah, yeah, it happens. It's crazy. Like for me, it's like I will react really fast to stuff. Like I'll do things. Like I remember I was telling some girl a story about I forgot where it came from. I think it was about the time I dropped or something. I was talking about how when I'm in those survival situations and my body starts moving before I'm thinking, like I just start doing stuff, and it's like the thought didn't enter my head to do it. It's just my body was just moving. Like I'll never forget
I'm
that
not
time.
laughing
I
at you.
told you that story. Fucking on my way to work at the old food dump job I used to have, crossing the street, some bitch swerves around the corner, coming at me, top speed. And I tried to move, but it was too late. And I just pushed myself off the car. Like as the car was coming, I used her car to launch myself away. And there was no thought that went into that shit. I just did it. It was just some shit. I was like, I don't know. I don't know why I did it. I don't know what happened. I did it, and it did save my life. Like because I launched myself backwards. I was able to survive. I mean, I could have just moved out the way, but no, I don't think I would have been fast enough. I think that's why I pushed on the car because her shit was coming, and then she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, blah blah blah," and I was like, like please just leave. Like, I want to go to work. Like, yeah, sure, I could try to sue you, but
You would have gotten
you
nothing.
didn't exactly. I was like, you didn't actually hit me. I was able to survive. It was like,
I
drat.
mean, if anything, like it could have been a criminal charge, and they could have gone to like had to do something like that. But you
Yeah,
probably weren't gonna get any like monetary compensation from that. Because like
yeah,
that would be some sort of negligence, right? Like some
yeah,
some
yeah.
sort of driving infraction at least, bro. Like
Yeah. So what you been up to, Raytron?
I finished building that motorcycle. That thing took a while. Like it actually took a minute. But it's
That's good
done.
news. Good
It's
news.
it's like this big, bro. It's massive. It's
All the
massive.
pieces came together.
Yeah. I actually did have to substitute a piece because it was just not in the box. There were two little things missing. But I figured it out, made it work. It's Lego, so and you would never tell. Like you never be able to tell. Like it looks great, but other than that, I'm chilling. Got a job interview tomorrow, so maybe you won't see me ever again after I start making some real money. Yeah,
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 I don't
real
need to
about
see
that.
that. I don't need to see that ugly face. So that'll be a great thing. Is what I'm saying.
But in other news, your favorite person, Andrew Tate,
My favorite
your
person,
favorite
Jesus.
person, bro. He's been arrested in Romania
Yeah.
under under the allegations of some sort of human trafficking ring. From what I am reading, like I don't have all the information yet, but from what I'm reading, the idea was that they were coercing a bunch of a group of individuals to do pornographic things and cameras with the intention of
Female
sharing that.
individual.
Look, man,
I
I
think it
don't know
was
what he's
female.
into. I don't know what he's into. I'm gonna
I
say
think it was
people.
female individuals. I don't think there were any males
I
involved.
have not seen any confirmation. They also are not saying it's just women. That's why. Like none of the reports are
Oh,
saying
okay.
it's just women.
This is fresh off the presses,
Yeah,
bro.
like this is, bro. Like this is now. Like I found out about this 5 minutes ago. That's why I'm trying to like tread lightly. Like his arrest is a thing that happened. For what reason? I do not know fully. It just seems that
Yeah.
it was in ties to
Shit. Now
some
I'm
sort of
wondering if
human
we should.
trafficking.
Now I'm wondering if we should edit the fucking title and like put his name in there.
Bro, nah, it's great because in the future, someone's gonna be like, "I remember Loonatix," and then they click the title, and it's like, "Yeah, Andrew Tate got arrested." I'm like, "Who the fuck?"
Who's Andrew Tate? It's like who the fuck is
It was
Andrew
like, "I
Tate?
remember that episode of Loonatix Unleashed."
Yeah. Andrew Tate got arrested for Ligma. Who's Andrew Tate? Ligma balls.
Oh man, you gotta make that meme now. You have to do it.
Oh my god. But yeah, man. I mean, jeez, because like one of the big defenses people would have whenever people accused him of being a human trafficker was, oh, the case was like, there's no evidence for it. It was thrown out. He's no longer, and then now here he is being arrested. So
And it's kind of funny. Like the reason he got arrested is due to his own big mouth. Cause I don't know if you knew, but like I think yesterday he tweeted at Greta. You know the young
oh,
social activist
Thunberg,
girl.
a little
Yeah,
idiot.
Greta Thunberg. I
I
think
think it's Thunberg or
Thun
Thunberg.
Thunthun
Yeah.
Thunberg. Yeah, Thunberg. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but he's tweeting at Greta, talking about I have 33 cars. One has this many liters. The other one has this many liters of like give me your email so I can send you a full list of all of their specs. And she's like, oh yeah. Here's my email. It's like small dick energy at Get a Life. Like, and
Oh,
he's
that was
like, that was her
how
response.
old is she?
She's 19.
Oh, no, no wonder. That was quick. That
Yeah, it was
was
good.
quick.
'Cause, um, and then he was like, "How dare you!" But then apparently after that, because I saw the "How dare you" tweet. Apparently after that, he has a 2 minute video responding to her, and in it
Jeez.
he's like, "Give me those pizza boxes and remember not to recycle them." You know, because she's a planetary activist, right? The
She's not
pizza
a fucking
boxes.
activist at all.
Look, man, that's what she is.
No,
The pizza,
she's a
nah, bro,
planetary
brother. The pizza
what do you
boxes
call it?
had his address on it. Not like his address,
Yeah.
but like his location. Like it proved that he was in Romania because they didn't know where he was because he's keeping a low profile. But once they found out he was in Romania, they were like, "Ha ha, well, let's get him." So
Yeah.
he fucked up. He fucked up, and he fucked up because he ordered some pizza.
It's crazy, man. It's like how Pop Smoke got killed because of some boxes. Oh man. But I mean,
Be careful what you put on the internet, guys.
you know, this still doesn't necessarily prove that he's trapped. It just proves that they're still gonna try him for whatever it is that they were trying him for before. It doesn't necessarily prove he's a human trafficker.
I ain't calling him nothing. All I'm saying is he got
I'm
arrested.
just saying further because the liberals, the leftists are gonna take this and run with it. They're like, you know,
Oh yeah,
they're
no, I
gonna
already saw a
run
meme
their
where it was like Tory Lanez and Andrew Tate arrested in the same day, and it was just them dancing.
yeah, they're nothing gets them happier than brown skinned men being prosecuted by white men.
Yeah, I think Andrew's half black. His
Yeah,
dad's like a,
I'm
I
telling
think his
you.
dad's a grandmaster in chess.
I was just talking to my mom about this, and this is gonna make people gonna call me Uncle Ruckus after this, but I do not give a rat's ass. I was talking to her about how black women don't have the heat or the hatred for anyone but their own black men. I was like, they have not they the hatred they have for their own men is just unparalleled. This was like there's like they fucking celebrate. They're so fucking pleased and happy when it's a black man who's under the microscope. Telling it's crazy. It's crazy to me, but it's something I noticed. Yeah. But yeah, Tory Lanez, that's what he gets for
He shot
don't
somebody.
well, don't stick your dick in crazy, stop Stop
He shot
fucking.
somebody. What the fuck?
Yeah, but what happened? The background behind that thing is, I think it was just a whole situation.
Background
Like, what was
behind it
still
is
the
unclear because
complexities
a
of
bunch of people were lying
it.
about it.
Yeah, he fucked her. He fucked Megan the Stallion, and then something happened as a result, probably of them fucking. That drama happens,
He shot
and
her
then
because he said her like his music was whack.
yeah, I don't know something. Oh, is that what she said? Is that what she claims? That he
That
shot
is
her?
what I read. Like, bro, the amount of stuff
That's what I'm
about this
saying. You
case,
can't get the actual
bro,
details on
cause like she said he shot him, and then everyone just started hounding on Meg, talking about how like she's a liar,
it.
how that didn't
They had
happen.
it on both of them. They
No,
were
no, I'm saying
calling,
like
they were
in
calling
like all
Charlie's
that
or
stuff, like
whatever.
bro, like I remember when she like announced that she got shot, and everyone's like, sounds fake. You got
Yeah, because
shot,
like
and then
she does that.
everyone was clowning. They're like, Meg's a big bitch, bro. I'd shoot her too. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because like she gets on stage and she's like dancing and shit. So then part of that was why they didn't believe her. And then like I think when she finally showed the injury, people, everyone comes out of nowhere trying to pretend they're experts.
Yeah, they
And they're
all
like, that
graduated from
doesn't look like a
Grey's
gunshot
Anatomy
injury.
University. So
Yeah, like that doesn't look like a gunshot injury. Blah blah blah. I mean, she did admit on stand because she tried to lie, but she did it on stand that she did fuck him. So that was confirmation.
but what's that got
That
to
she
do with getting
fucked him.
shot, bro?
I
Nigga
don't think it has
shot her,
anything to do
bro.
with. I'm just saying, stop associating with certain people. Well, to both of them, to be honest. Stop trying to pretend
Nah,
you're some
apparently that
ghetto
Tory
thought.
Lanez nigga he has two other cases under his belt of
Yeah.
aggravated assault. One of them was
Hmm.
because some nigga didn't say hi to him.
Yeah.
He was just
Yeah.
like, he was like, hello. And the guy apparently like just ignored him. So he's like, fucked up
Yeah.
today.
Stop sticking your dick in crazy and stop giving your vagina to crazy and live a normal, healthy life. And this is how you avoid these kind of situations and interactions.
But that's
Because
just
like
crazy to me.
even when I was on
What?
the dating app, fucking this goofy ass bitch had that matched me has in her thing what I go crazy for is like toxic niggas, and I was like, you stupid bitch.
You're like, oh, word? Left.
No, I swiped on her. I swiped on her. So I was like,
Toxic.
okay, I'm gonna show you
Toxic.
toxic. Okay?
Toxic, bro. Oh my god.
The most toxic thing I've done recently through these dating apps was when that girl was trying to get me to come out with her, and then I knew the moment I told her I was coming that I was not coming. And the moment I
He's like,
said
yeah,
it,
I'll be there. I'll be there.
I was like,
Send
oh,
a
I'll be
text.
there.
Outside,
And then
it's
she
like, oh,
messaged,
word, I'll link you there.
yeah,
Her
she
next
look,
response, I
yeah,
guess I'll just delete your number.
yeah. So what she said, when she's like, I guess I'll delete your number the next day,
I
and then
was like,
she's
that's
like,
fair. I'm surprised you even
yeah.
replied to me, bro. What's
When
wrong
she
with you?
says take care, and I responded back, take care. That was
I
some
don't know what
toxic
she
shit.
thought was gonna happen when she said take care.
I was
Like I
like,
was
take
like,
care. I was like, yeah, peace out. And then she messaged one more time saying you should have said goodbye before, and I just didn't respond because I was like,
nah,
I'm
bro.
not gonna
She
argue
wanted
with
you
you.
to respond. She would have. If you were like, no, that's my fault. Let me take you out. She would have said yes. She would have
Yeah, but
said
I didn't
yes.
want to take her
I
out.
know. But I'm saying like the fact that you didn't show like you dead ass just ghosted her IRL and she messaged you again. She
Yeah, that's crazy. I did not. I
bro,
thought
she
because when I had stopped replying to her,
crazy,
I was like, okay, I'm done with
crazy.
that. I don't have to worry about talking to her again. And then she messaged again. I was like, okay, it's like this whatever. But I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm just gonna do this one last thing. Take care. I wasn't even trying to be toxic. I knew
Yeah, I
how
know.
she
Like
would
take care. Is
interpret
just
it.
like you gave her the
Yeah,
same energy she gave you. Take care. Like, all right,
exactly. I was like, yeah, I was like, I knew how she was gonna interpret it, but I was just trying to be nice. That's why when she messaged me back trying to argue, I was like, I'm not gonna argue with you. You're lucky. I
you should
just
have said goodbye. What? Like I gotta say goodbye to take care. What?
goodbye before. I think she was trying to say because she was like wasting time or something. She said I wasted her time. And I was like, I didn't really waste your time because it's not like it's not like I told you to go somewhere and wait for me. Like you were going somewhere and you asked me to come. And first
Damn,
of all,
that
the
means the
first
party wasn't even lit that she forgot.
exactly, yeah. And then like the last time she did something like this,
The
no, first
last time.
no, because here's the thing, right? She wanted, because I forgot what she had her stupid ass pronouns there, whatever. That's why I was probably saying they, but she wanted to come over. No, the first time we were supposed to hang out, She wanted me to come to some place, and I was like, I'm not feeling too good. And then she was trying to force me. She's like, oh, just drink dinner. I just didn't. I just ignored her and didn't go. And this time she wanted to come over, but like I didn't feel like it. I didn't want anybody in my space. I was like, no, I'm good. And plus she gave me like very toxic ghetto energy. And like I'm not gonna lie, I was like scared of bringing that kind of person around because like one, that person could, something crazy could happen.
It's
Exactly what I
like,
was saying about
damn, now
Tory
she gotta know
Lanez.
where
Like,
I live.
exactly. And then on top of that, I was like, it would be embarrassing for the because like she would wear like she like seems like the type who wears like loud colors and shit. I was like, my landlord has cameras. Like they're gonna see me
Bro, I don't think
bringing
your
what looks
landlord
like a
is too fucks
prostitute.
about the people you bring over as long as they don't break her property.
Sure, but like it's gonna look weird if
But you gotta see a lady.
um,
He's like, oh yeah, here's your rent money. Also, you fix the Wi-Fi? And she's just
yeah,
like
like,
looking at. She's like,
yeah, like she's like, damn, I don't know if he's fucking prostitutes or what, because like she looked like one if I brought her over. So,
that's
anyways.
crazy.
Tried to get rid of her. I was like, oh, I'm just not going to respond. She's never going to reply to me again. That should be easy. And then,
Wrong.
nope, she replied. Yeah, because their currency is attention. So you have that.
It's wild how we got here from Andrew Tate, but I guess this is what he would have wanted.
Yeah. I mean, what else is there to say other than he got arrested? And
Honestly, yeah, like Man's is donezo. He's arrested. Whether
I mean,
he
he's probably going to
stays
get.
in jail or not, that's for the police to decide.
He's going to
Um,
come right back out. I don't really see him.
bro, you think
You
he
know.
survived in prison?
I mean, I don't know how Romanian prison is, but prison is not as harsh as you would think. Is it's mostly a meme. The idea that you step in prison, you get shanked and raped immediately. Like, is that just not how
Nah, but I
it
meant
works?
the mental pressure of being in prison. You think he'll survive?
Who, me? If
Him.
I would survive him,
He won't
I
have
don't know.
his 33 cars, bro.
I don't know anything about him.
How is he gonna survive by his 33 cars? He's not gonna be able to order pizza whenever he
And
wants.
that's what he
He's
gets
not gonna
for.
be able to go out and be like, "Hey, yo, bitch, I'm better than you."
Why is he arguing with a 19-year-old girl? That's
I
what I don't.
don't know, bro. When I
Because I
saw
don't
that, I was like,
argue.
"There's no way he's actually adding this child, bro. Like this actual child."
Yeah. Like, 'cause the thing is, it's not even on some bullshit where it's like, oh, you gotta be protected. Like, fuck that. I don't give a fuck. If a 19-year-old wants to smoke, give it to them if it's worth it, right?
Yeah, like
It's like, fuck.
if she
Fuck.
came at him, I'd have been like, "Yeah, whatever." But your big ass age at in a 19-year-old girl, bro. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
it's kind of
What are you
yeah,
doing?
it's like that's why like a lot of these red pill guys, right? They're like they talk big game and they act like they're these tough masculine types, right? But it's like the things they do are so like feminine to me and like so like for example, right? I saw this goofy ass video and oh hold on yeah but anyways I saw this goofy ass video right and it was like some kid and like this shit's feel like it came from like 2012 but whatever so it was like how to improve as a man in 2023, and then it's him showing like get strong, and he's like lifting these weights.
Can you
And
hear
what he
that?
didn't even look that strong. That was the goofy
Oh
part,
wait,
right?
can you hear that?
What?
The music?
Nah. Why
Oh,
someone? Oh,
because it just got
your
so
uncle?
loud out of
Your
nowhere.
uncle's playing music?
Yo, it's like, yo, who's bumping, bro?
Yeah, they were bumping earlier today in my house, like party music. I don't know if it was one of the kids because they have kids up there. But one of the kids was like playing some like like some house music, like they're dancing. I was like, oh, I was like, I don't think that's the old ass landlord, so that must be
Your
one of the
landlord isn't
kids.
old.
Yeah, she's not that, probably like 30s or 40s. I don't know.
Like, you made it sound like she was like, oh, this old ass lady.
Maybe Mark May, some Mark May shit. But
I
so
guess it's kind of weird that I'm like, man, I've seen your landlord. Like, I'm commenting on like I live there or some shit.
yeah. So, anyways, the fucking guy is like, "Oh, get strong." And the next one was like, I forgot what it said, "Improve your mind" or something. And he shows like um the 12 Rules for Life, which is a book by Jordan Peterson. It's a decent book, but it's like the fact that he was showing that book is like that book is like really old. Like people hate on Jordan Peterson now. Like it's been so long since he was like the big guy in the male improvement space. And then what else did it say? There was something else he had there that was kind of goofy. I don't know. It was like I just noticed the things he was mentioning were all superficial. Like He very like 'cause I was like, okay, you're improving in the new year, right? But improving for what? It's like, okay, so you're reading a book and you're getting muscles, right? I was like, but to what end? Like, what are you gonna use this stuff for? Like, are you gonna actually improve your life, or are you just gonna get strong? And I don't know, something else
You
he
do
had
all
there.
this to tell other people that you're improved.
Yeah, I guess.
Like that's why I go to the gym, bro. Like I go to the gym to tell other people I go to the gym and make them feel bad for not going to the gym. My
Most
my
people do.
personal goal doesn't matter. What I look like doesn't matter, bro. I just got to be able to look at someone else and be like, "Damn, bro. Yeah, that's how you eat. That's how you live." Nah, man. You know I gotta hit the gym, bro. It's okay for me to have Chipotle. I'm bulking. I'm bulking. You're.
I mean, Chipotle is a better option than many other foods. I'll say that.
This nigga goes to the
Oh
gym.
my god. Huh?
This nigga out
Yeah.
here, he go to the gym, bro. He,
I mean, it's better option than many other foods. I mean, there are better options than Chipotle, but
I just think it's
Chipotle
expensive.
just Chipotle is for bulking though. Like it isn't.
I think it's just expensive. Like, yo, the
It
amount
is
of
too expensive. Like fuck that. You can just buy the chicken yourself and make all that shit on your own.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I won't even lie for like the taste to cost ratio. That shit is dummy expensive for no reason.
Yeah. Just give me a second. But it's like, oh shit, man, can these people whatever. So, like it's like I just tell them like the self-improvement space, like guys like Andrew Tate and stuff, like I feel like a lot of the things they say, and I even made a video about this, it doesn't seem to have any actual like value. Like it just like it's more like you're improving for what? It's like, okay, here's how you get girl. It's like, who cares about that? Like I feel like when you get to a certain age, you don't give a fuck about getting girls. Like it's not something you care about anymore. It's just
Yeah, you hit that
like
age and it's like, huh, I've transcended.
it's like generally speaking, yeah, you want female attention, right? But living your whole life and putting your life to in like for this orientation of how to get girls, you got to do this, this, and this to get girls. It's like just feel like it's a very foolish
It
way to
is,
live.
it is very annoying to live that way.
Yeah,
It's kind of sad to live that way. So it's like
yeah,
I'm only doing these things because I want Fox.
yeah. Because even like it's like I'll see these men, right? And let's say they make money or whatever, and it's just like they spend all their money on like fancy watches and trying to get the perfect lineup and whatever hat and all this stuff, and it's
Are you trying to
all
come at me for my fancy watch, bro?
no,
Huh? My
not even
fancy
that.
watch.
Like they'll have
I would
like
show you
fancy
my watch, but it's over there.
shiny watches and like they'll be all just so they can get female attention and get bitches, and they'll be like
I
like
ain't gonna
like
lie, I don't wear that watch, bro. I
like I,
like the idea of putting that watch on is very foreign to me
yeah
because it's like, where am I? Who am I trying to look good for, bro?
yeah
It's not
yeah.
even like I don't ever want to
Maybe,
like just look good, but it's like I'm just like,
yeah
god damn, like who am I putting this on for? Like, especially it's
yeah
all big and heavy and clunky, and it's just like
yeah.
fancy
Well,
watches are not it, bro. They're
like I
not it.
remember when I, I'll never forget, and this will make me sound like some fucking incel, but I don't care. But my
Go
single
on.
moment, I was crossing the street and I saw this guy in this car. And it's like it's a big expensive car, and he has his watch on, like I said, and then he's playing some music, and the girls in the car waving her hands. And I just started thinking in my head, I was just like, man, that's all they want. Huh? They just want to be able to do some goofy shit like that, waving their hands in the car to the music and free of responsibility. And then that guy he's gonna do back-breaking labor just so he can have some woman next to him in his car waving her hands. I was like, it's like it just made me very very introspective for a moment. I was like, why would you want to live that way? Because there are so many men out there, and that's what they're doing. They're like breaking their backs. And it's one thing if you're breaking your back because I don't know, let's say you just want to provide value or you just want you're forging a business or something. But these niggas are breaking their backs just so they can have money to try and bring women in their orbit. And it's like I just feel like that's just a you're working yourself to death for that. Just to have bitches. It's like it's kind of sad, in my opinion.
Nah, it's just actually kind of sad.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, gives a fuck about your opinion, nigga. This shit's just facts.
Yeah. Like it just makes me very it like oh man. Like it just and it's crazy when like grown ass men. This is what they will talk about too. This is what they gain validation from. Is how many bitches they got and showing you bitches in their phone and it's just like, can we like are we 12 still? Like is there nothing else like it's like you don't have anything else in your life that's worth talking about. Like you just gonna talk about women and yo, I had this one shorty. Is like I don't care about the shorties you have, man. Like I've seen that those same shorties that you're doing all this stuff to look cool for. I've seen those shorties fucking some dude who was built like a parking meter and had no job, and he was sitting on their couch covered in fucking Captain Crunch crumbs. And like if they're willing to fuck that. They're like, and you're doing all of this shit to get that same woman. I did like, I feel like this kind of pathetic. That is very sad. Oh my God. That's why the Redfield guys make me laugh so much. Because they sit there telling these niggas, oh, in order to get bitches, you gotta be strong, you gotta be swole, you gotta be healing, you gotta be this, you gotta be that. But then I've seen what they want. I've seen what they date. I've seen it with my own eyes. And it's not that. So like
This
I'm
is
like, I don't
not
know,
that.
man.
This is not that at all.
Yeah, look, it's like you can't say that kind of shit when I mean, man, I don't know. Maybe it's different in the ghetto, but I don't think it is because the ghetto I feel like is. I remember a guy made this point is hypergamy and all that shit on steroids. So everything all the complaints people have about the dating market in general, women like bad boys and all that shit. In the ghetto, it's on steroids. It's worse. It's accelerated, right? So like when you look in some woman's house and she'll have some bum sitting on her couch then that kind of negates the whole idea that like you if you're success like sure if you're successful you will bring women around you they are also attracted to that but then at the same time some of them just want a guy to I guess that is I don't know how to explain it like I feel like some of them just want a guy that they don't have to be intimidated by I don't know like they don't have to like it's like okay he's not doing anything therefore I can like I don't know, have some guy around me and not have to worry about him, I don't know, leaving me. I don't know. I can't. Someone needs to find out why these women to go out there and date bums. But I've seen it too many times to like even a girl I was talking to, bro. Like she was telling me about the last guy she dated and how he was just like abusive as fuck and he would like tell her she was ugly and fat and where
What?
I'm just like damn.
How you
And
dating
he's
someone
not
like
like
that?
huh?
Like, how do you date someone like that?
That's what I was saying. It's not even like he had anything. It's not like in her story he bought her things. No, he's just some guy, and she was living like that. I was just like he didn't have any of the red pill, the top five red pill things that they always say you gotta have. None of that shit. Not that I don't think that those things will bring women around you. Like I think if you're brolic as hell and a good looking guy actually, no, I think that's all you need. I don't even think you need the money. I think if you're brolic as hell and a good looking guy, you'll get more money than a lot of guys who have a lot of money. And also game. Having game. No, fuck that. I mean,
What's
having game is
game?
good,
What's
sure.
game?
But
Look
but
good
if
and you
you're a
have game,
brolic,
bro.
if
Look,
you're brolic and you look attractive,
that is
you will get
game. That's part of
yeah,
the
you'll get
game, bro.
yeah, that is your game. That is your game.
That's
Your
the
looks
paid to
game.
win version. You know
Looks
how games
game,
are
yeah.
paid to win, bro. Just get some
Yeah.
muscles. You just that's
Yeah.
the fucking that's the cash
And
out
just
right there.
if you fucking get some muscle and like shape up your beard in a certain way, some goofy ass way, boom, bitches, you're done. You got bitches now. You got bitches now. It's that simple. You don't have to sit there learning whatever complex pickup artist
You don't even have to like
psychology
actually
shit,
have muscle. You can be like kind of skinny, not like
but just
super.
pack on
You
a
can't be
little bit of
MAGA.
muscle.
You can't be like
Yeah,
super
yeah,
skinny.
yeah.
But you know,
Exactly.
just a
You just
little bit
have
slim, slim,
yeah,
slim is
actually
the
that's
word.
the thing. When I say pack on muscle, it has to be aesthetic muscle. It's not like
Yeah,
the
don't get
muscle that actually
strong.
matters.
Don't go out here and be like Spec Off and try to win the world man strongest man competition. Don't do that shit.
Yeah. It has to be aesthetic muscle. And yeah, you'll get all the bitches you want. You'll get way more bitches than any guy
Ooh,
who's
don't go too hard though. Don't go
yeah,
Mr. Bodybuilder. That's a little too
yeah,
far.
yeah. That's what I'm doing. I don't give a fuck. I'm
I
trying to
mean,
make people
I'm
go
just
by.
saying if you're trying to go for that specific goal,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Cause
because they were there girls 100 times. Every time I'll tell them, yeah, I'm trying to get more, they was like, no, you don't have to do that. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm thinking like, I'm not doing it for you. Like, what's it? Like, why are you like,
yo, I can just see you. He's like, nah, bro, you can relax. Shut the fuck up, bro.
yo, like,
Yo, what the?
cause that shit's annoying. It's like, yo, wow, yeah, it's like, yeah, because girls don't like that. I was like, who cares? Like, I didn't say,
That's not what we're
like, come
talking about,
on.
King.
Yeah. Like I'll never forget one time I fucking the way my like beard thing kind of like I forgot what like the sideburns I had. I remember a girl said something, she was like, yeah, she's like, yeah, and the sideburns, like I don't like that. And I was like, I don't care what you like. Like why are you
Yo,
like come
I
on, I
got
don't
people
even
tell me, it's like, oh yeah, your beard length is perfect length now. I was like, who are
okay.
you to tell me?
Like, good for you.
Who are you to tell me it's perfect length, bro?
Like glad you like it that way. It's not gonna be that way in a couple of months, but
Yeah, it's like I'm good wherever I put it. If I want it lower or if I want it longer, it's up to me.
yeah, exactly. People are crazy, man.
People
People are
are
fucking
indeed
crazy.
something. Hmm?
But yeah, I guess we can move on to the actual topic. We went at length talking about Andrew
I
Tate.
forgot there was
Yes.
even supposed to be
Huh?
a topic. Cause honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't. I did not remember the Lunatics Unleashed.
You don't?
Well, it's not that I don't remember it, right? But like, it's not like at the forefront of my mind. And it's weird because like a different YouTuber, Jordan Friend, she just talked about them. So like when you
Well,
were like, remember Lunatics? I was like, yeah, because I watched that video.
yeah, yeah. Well, I
I
used to
watched a
like.
video on it. I
Used
liked
to
them
like.
too, but it's just like it wasn't one of those things that were just top of the morning, you know.
Yeah, it was a cool show. Like I don't know how it came to be, but what?
I
but
I know
hmm.
because
What
I
was
watched that
that?
video. I watched that
Yeah,
video. He went
yeah,
into how it became to be.
yeah,
You want to know? You
yeah.
really
Talk
want to know?
about it.
I don't know. I don't remember all the specific details because he was dropping like specific people's names. But basically, long story short, is Warner Brothers were looking for a newer cartoon. They were trying to like revamp the Looney Tunes. Like that ended up what happening, right? And like here comes the Lunatics Unleashed. It's like a new design. Action cartoons are big. They're in right now. Then a lot of people didn't like the idea that they were trying to like replace the old Looney Tunes. And like obviously that's not what they were doing, right? Like they thought that this was Bugs Bunny. They didn't know that it was
A future
Bugs like
bug.
a future Bug, like his descendant. Like they thought it was like, oh,
Yeah,
they're just changing Bugs Bunny. They did polls, there were
I
articles
remember
about
that.
it.
I actually do remember reading about
Yeah,
that because I
I
remember.
remember like the newspaper actually had the cartoon character on it. I didn't read the newspaper because I was like,
No, I remember
fuck it.
Wizard magazine talking about that shit.
Like there
I
was a
remember reading about it
newspaper.
in Wizard
How old were
magazine.
we when that shit came out? I was real young, but I
Yeah,
just saw a cool cartoon on the newspaper. I was like, I can't wait for that to come out.
yeah, I remember reading something about it and like 'cause literally what you're talking about, I remember seeing it in Wizard magazine.
Yeah. So like, it's one of those things where like it was newsworthy back when we were kids, but we were kids, right?
Yeah.
So they were talking about it, especially since Bugs and his gang are all super iconic characters. So people were not ready for it. They didn't like it. And then the show drops and the ratings aren't that bad, right? Like they're just not bad. But because of all the bad press it had before,
He's
like
like
one
10.
kid called it evil Bugs Bunny. So the masses were not happy about that. So
Evil Bugs Bunny. Yeah.
yeah,
I
it
mean,
was a short-lived series.
yeah. I mean, it had a couple of cool ideas in there. Like, I mean, they were pretty much the X-Men in a way. Like, they were
They
pretty.
were like every superhero team, you know. There was a fast one, a strong one, a super smart
I mean,
one.
like, specifically the way their powers work. Like, they just got them from, like, very much they were mutations. Like, it was kind of cool.
They a meteor hit the planet and they got some powers.
Yeah. But, yeah, it was just like I remember a fucking Bugs Danger Duck. He had that crazy power set, the fucking hot like the what it was like lava and fucking ice, right?
He, I think, was the strongest, but he was kind of incompetent. I think
Yeah,
that
he
was
was
like the
big.
thing.
Yeah.
Let me look him up. He had like hot eggs. I think it was.
Yeah, but he could also make ice ones, if I remember correctly. And that
Let's
was
see.
good. The powers were cool in the show. Was the other thing. But I was just the one like Taz. I felt like Taz was too similar to
Power
to
Orb
Riddler.
Randomizer.
Huh?
That was it. Power Orb Randomizer.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, the egg that could produce anything. I think that's what it was. Cool power set, yeah. And then he had fucking Bugs, pretty much the Cyclops. Literally acted like Cyclops, pretty much. Oh man, that was a good show. And then I remember they had that whole thing with Prince Tweetums. And then fucking what do you call it? There was a Sylvester. It was like he was like a fucking space bounty hunter. I remember that. I remember a lot of things from the show.
I do
Oh, I
remember
remember.
Rev Runner. That was a nice name.
Yeah,
But here are the names of all of them, right? There's Ace Bunny, Lexi
yeah.
Bunny, Danger Duck, Slam Tasmanian. I fucking love that name, Slam Tasmanian. It's a nice name. Uh, Tech E Coyote. That's punny. Rev Runner. Then there's oh yeah, Royal Tweetums, the Prince of the Planet, Colonel Trench, Doctor Fiddle, Chroniker,
Yeah. Yeah, a lot
Zavita,
of,
Zavita. They always their boss, bro.
yeah. She was like the fucking Gaia from Captain Planet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just some blue lady. But those are the main characters, right? And there's a list. There's a very long list of villains here.
Yeah, they had a lot of villains in that show. Like I remember there was the episode when they had the future version of fuck. Damn. Why am I forgetting his name? Oh, Elmer Fudd.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what they named him. I think it was it Elroy Fudd or some shit? Let me see. Like they had the future Fudd, and then like in a callback to like duck season, he's like, oh fuck Bugs Bunny, I hate Danger Duck, so I'm gonna start hunting his ass
Electro
instead.
J Fudd.
There we go, Electro. That's what it was. And like yeah, he decided to start hunting Danger Duck instead of Ace because Danger Duck pissed him off somehow. I don't remember. Oh, I think Danger Duck was the one that arrested him, and he was being a dick about it. So then Electro was like, "I'm coming for that ass." Oh
He got
man.
over it. I'm
Yeah.
trying to see the episode list.
Yeah. Yeah, I think shit only had like one season. I don't think it went on
Two
beyond
seasons.
2 seasons. Oh yeah, yeah, I do remember it had 2 seasons now. I think the fucking
It's not. It's
Sylvester.
not long though. They're not long. Let me see.
I think I remember the
Season
Sylvester
one,
thing happens in the second season.
14 in season one, and 15 in season two.
It's unfortunate that I'm not going to get the chance to rewatch it because one of my resolutions for this year is not to rewatch things anymore.
Yeah, sucks
Yeah.
to be you. I mean, I can watch it right now. Loser.
I'm not rewatching anything. I'm just going to watch new shit from now on.
Bro, I won't lie. It was pretty good not doing that myself. Because, it's not even like I sit here rewatching things frequently. But, you would always hear about, like, oh, I'm going to watch this show. And this is my 40th rewatch of this. And it's like, yo, think of all the shit you could have seen.
Instead of that, yeah. Or all the things you could have read, all the things you could have, like,
Like,
there's
how
some
many
things.
times could you have finished One Piece, bro, watching 30 Rock over and over again, bro? Come on. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying. You watch
Yeah.
All the Friends again? And you still
Yeah. I
haven't
just,
started One Piece? Garbage.
yeah. Yeah, it's
Garbage.
crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, yeah, there's so much more. Or even like, even if you don't want to say you could rewatch other shit, that time you spent sitting there binging that shit in your on your fucking bed with Taco Bell and crumbs all over you,
Bro, what?
you could have put
They,
that
they, they,
into.
they could be eating kale. You don't fucking know.
Nah, they're eating Taco
They could
Bell.
be
They're not
eating
eating.
kale. No. All I'm saying is healthy people binge watch shows too.
Nah, binge watching is not something you're gonna sit there eating healthy food too. It's
Nah, bro,
not.
you
It's
could be
not
out
like
here eating carrots, bro. Carrots is kind of sweet.
you know when someone's binge watching, they're also binging. It's like those actually, yeah,
Nah,
actually
Sonic.
one of the.
When Sonic watches TV, he refuses to snack on things. I
Yeah,
remember that
yeah,
was one of the
poor
Fox
guy.
5 things. Like, it was like Earth Day or some shit. And they were like talking about the cool things Sonic does to stay in shape.
Yeah, and it's true. Like the primary way people mention when they become obese or unhealthy is that's what happened. They would just watch it and they eat as they watch because you're watching it and then you go and get something to snack on as you're doing it, and it's never anything healthy. No one binge watches eating healthy shit. Like sure, there's gonna be that one in a million, but you know when a nigga's sitting there rewatching 30 Rock, he didn't prepare a nice healthy meal. No. He fucking he goes and he gets a fucking slice of pizza and some Doritos and like
As a
he
your
has
brownie.
fucking yeah, just random brownie. He just manifested it. Yeah, it's like they're not eating healthy when they fucking do that shit.
Bro, it's really
Like we
soft.
both
I
know
know.
that.
It's freshly baked,
Huh?
bro. Freshly baked
What?
brownie.
I can't hear you.
Freshly baked brownie.
Freshly baked. Who baked your brownie?
Me. I baked the brownie,
Yeah,
bro.
where'd you get it from?
They're right there.
Nah, he doesn't want to admit that he has a bitch over and she made him
They're
brownies.
right here, bro. I can reach them.
Nah, it was your bitch. Your bitch made you brownies. Just admit it. It's okay. It's okay,
I made the
Raekwon.
brownies.
Oh no, actually, that's not okay, Raekwon. We're incels here. You can't have women around
Exactly. I made the brownies.
you. Yeah, man. Damn. I was about to jump on talking about incels. I was about to go on a
Now
long
you gotta talk
tangent.
about femcells, bro.
Femcells. Femcells were one of the goofiest concepts I ever seen. Not the reason why it's goofy isn't even now we're going off on a completely different tangent. But the reason I find
We ain't even finished talking about the lunatics.
I mean, there's not that much to talk about. It was a good show. I enjoyed it a lot. It was part of that perfect Saturday morning lineup they had. I remember Legion of Superheroes was on at like around the same time, I think,
Was that a
and that
WB
was another
property?
good show. Huh?
Yeah, WB owns DC. Yeah, I don't know why I was about to
Yeah.
look that up.
Yeah. Legion of Superheroes was a good show. Like people don't give that show enough credit. It was pretty good.
I enjoyed
Um,
it, bro. Let me just look
yeah,
up all of WB's lineup.
yeah. They had fucking Johnny Test.
And
Johnny
I
Test.
think WB and Fox 5 they basically shared the shows. They were slinging them things
Later,
back and forth.
later they shared it, not at first, but
Yeah,
then they
not at
did.
first, but eventually they was like
Because yeah, Four Kids was on Channel 11 for a little bit. I don't know if it's Channel 11 everywhere, but it was on the
Channel
CW.
11, Channel 5, bro. I was literally like, as a kid, I'd be like, all right, it's Saturday morning. For the
You
first
switched
2 hours,
between
Channel
both.
5. For the next 2 hours, Channel 11. Then for 30 minutes, Channel 5. Back to Channel 11 after that. Like, I was
Mhm.
just switching back and
And
forth.
then I'll be sitting there watching the shit, and as soon as no one told me life was going, I'll turn the TV on.
Oh, yeah. That is what happened. Oh, I forgot Friends played after that.
Yeah, like right after. I was like, I ain't
Who
trying to
was
watch you.
watching Friends at fucking 11 o'clock in the morning, bro?
Apparently, everybody loves that show all of a sudden. God have
Bro, but it's
mercy.
like, who were they playing? Because, like, all right, Saturday morning was where they was like, all right, adults, it's time for you to kick your kids off the television and watch your TV. Like
Understand
what was
what?
going on, bro?
Not gonna
Although
lie, man.
I think Fox 5 was no better because I think it was Jeopardy at 12.
Jeopardy's fine. You can sit down and watch an episode of Jeopardy.
But I just could understand who they're playing Jeopardy for because, like, the older generation, they were just sitting at home, like the grannies.
Yeah, old people. They're playing for the old people.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Old
saying. But
people,
Friends, who the fuck was watching the Friends?
nobody. Old people. Yeah. But like Friends, I'll never get the appeal of that show. I'm sorry. I just don't get it. I just don't. It's not
Oh
my
shit,
thing.
Cartoon Network, like not Cartoon. Kids Next Door was on the show.
Oh shit, ABC 7 with the fucking Power Rangers and the Disney shows that would come on. They'd sometimes have Disney shows on Channel 7 on
What
Saturdays.
the hell is Generation O?
Generation O. No idea. Probably came after our time.
Oh, oh, oh. Nah, I think you remember it.
Let me see.
It's not on the stream. Yeah, I'll just put it on the shit's
I'm gonna look it up.
ugly, bro.
I'm gonna look it up
You
myself.
look it up? Oh, this is like, let me just put it on the stream so everyone can like
Fuck.
this shit's ugly. You don't remember this? Like I didn't watch
I
it, but I
think I have good
remember.
memory of it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
This looks like
Oh
this
my
must have been
god,
very
that's so
short-lived. Yeah,
fucking.
it was. 13 episodes, very
Yeah,
short-lived.
yeah, yeah. It's from 2000 to 2001. That's why I was so curious. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Why
Delish
would you
Jackie
name
Chan
the
Adventures.
show?
You remember that?
Why would you name a character Molly O? That's not a good idea.
Maybe they were hoping they'd get a cereal.
Molly O? Everyone like, nah, you don't name a character Molly O. Come on.
But then you can have the Molly O's, the cereal,
I
based on your
guess.
favorite cartoon character.
That was like that name is O. And I don't
Dude,
think
it's
so. You
trash.
know the first thing that comes to mind when you think of it, the O, the big O, you know? Like, come on. Molly O?
Cubics Roblox for everyone. You remember that? You fuck with
Oh,
that
yeah, I
show?
remember that show. Shit.
Cubics. Robot for everyone. Astro Boy. Cardcaptor Sakura. What you know about that Cardcaptor Sakura, bro? I don't think you're ready for that
I think
shit.
I do remember that show.
Honestly, I remember like I watched all the Magical Girl anime with my cousin because she was older than me, so she was like she's the one who put me on, right? So there I am watching all this random Magical Girl shit from Japan. I was like, these cartoons are lit, bro. Because it was just these specifically Cardcaptor Sakura. It was just this rude girl who was dealing with this even ruder boy, but also had to save the universe every single day before bedtime. Um, it was like the Powerpuff Girls, but like there was only one of her.
Yeah.
And bro, like they had a lot of interesting concepts because they did draw from like I think the Japanese mythology, right? So they had tarot cards, and like the monster on the card would come out, or the power of the card would come out. Like if it was a tornado power, like it would just be like strong winds. And she's like, "How the fuck am I supposed to fight the wind? Like what do you want me to do?"
Yeah, you build a turbine. No,
Um,
like,
it was a nice show. Oh shit! You remember Spider Riders though?
oh
Oh
yeah,
my
that was the show
god!
that brought up that it fucking came back from the out of the memory hole. When I said I remember that, I remember a show about niggas riding spiders.
Yo, there was no reason for this show to be as good as it was, bro. I fucking love this show. Oh my
Yeah.
god!
But
I played the game too. There was a game
yeah,
on
Saturday
one of the
mornings had
websites.
a lot of good cartoons coming out. That was a good time for us. Like if the kid didn't have cable, you had those Saturday morning cartoons waiting for you.
Yeah, was Channel 5 and Channel 11 free? They were free channels, right?
Yeah, yeah. So like, the kid didn't have cable, just flip over there. Although I'd even do it when I had cable, I would still go back to those
Yo, I
channels.
remember when I got cable, I was like, look at all these cartoons. Look at all these channels. Channel 13. It's like, bro. Watching, what's it? Dragon Tales and shit?
Yeah, Dragon Tales.
Damn.
But speaking of uh anime, I guess, because you mentioned Spider Riders, I was curious about I guess I should ask you this question because you have a large repertoire of anime. And it would have been better if
I've
EJ
never
was
seen an
also
anime in
here.
my life. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was gonna, I was say, what was the most disrespectful, like some of the most disrespectful moments in anime? Let's go for a top five. This is some of the most disrespectful moments,
See,
or
I feel
top
like
three.
like, that are happening in the anime to the characters, or happening in the anime is disrespectful to me as a watcher.
Yeah,
Like,
two things.
how did y'all
Or
put this
three,
shit on
three
TV and
disrespectful to
expect me to
characters,
watch this shit?
three disrespectful to characters, and the other three disrespectful to the watcher.
Disrespectful to the characters. Hmm. Damn, off the top of my head, it's kind of hard, cause like you probably want to like throw a fight thing in there, cause I was recently watching Yu Yu Hakusho, right? And this guy, he's just gone around. Oh yeah, no, this is perfect then. This guy has gone around and he's like gathered a bunch of strong abilities from masters. Like he literally just lives. He's like some demon. He's just like, oh yeah, teach me your technique, and then he'll kill you, right? But that's not the disrespectful part. So the main character's got to fight him, and the secondary main character, like his like rival or whatever, he's fighting the demon. Like he's still hidden, and he's like mollywhopping him. He's like, yo, what's going on? I thought you were supposed to like you made it to the finals. I thought you were supposed to be stronger than this. And then the guy was like, all right, let me stop playing around. He shrinks him, picks him up, and just breaks his limbs. Like,
I think you'd say he just eats them or some
nah, he just
shit.
starts breaking his limbs. And I'm watching this, I'm like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, I didn't stop that. What were you supposed to do
Yo,
with
what
that?
are you supposed to do about that shit, bro? And then he just tosses him, bro. He just eats him. He's like, all right, I'm done. Oh, shit, bro. That was disrespectful as hell. And then it's more disrespectful because it's always just like, bro, this shit always happens to the secondary, like the rival. The rival will have more skill, more like potential than the main character, but because the main character is getting all that attention and like focus, they will just like always outpace him. Like especially in
Yeah,
Yu Yu Hakusho, his rival, the guy with the pompadour,
yeah,
Kumabara, he is he has more spiritual awareness, Yusuke has more spiritual like energy, but Kumabara has more spiritual awareness, and he can like utilize and manipulate his spiritual energy way better than Yusuke can. But Yusuke is the one who got taught by the Grand Master like for 6 months straight. And he like after getting taught, he like learned a super cool power. But Kumabara all by himself figured out how to manipulate his energy into a sword. He can extend it. He can make it a donut. Or I was like, yo, give this man a chance. Like, yo,
Even
he's
though,
out
you know,
here.
all this
Like, he's
something.
actually also invested. Like, no one told him to go do this training, bro. He did all this training by himself. They had to force Yusuke to do that shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
it's like how even I fell into that trope when I was writing that idea that I was telling you about for years, where fucking it's like his older brother is not older. Well, he is older than him. His older stepbrother is better than him in every way, but the main character is the one that's been gifted that powerful device that makes him pretty much mad powerful. So even though his brother has better battle awareness, is just much stronger as an individual, you know, he's never gonna get he's never gonna get as his chance. You know, he's not going to because his brother has the fucking the I don't want to because I'm gonna release this eventually. I'm not gonna reveal what he has, but
he has the
the
thing.
only other thing that I decided was that the other character, the brother, the main character, is smarter. That's it. He's just smarter than his brother, but his brother isn't dumb. It's like actually no, it's not even smarter than him. That's actually the other part that makes it even. It's literally just that one brother, Spencer, is more thoughtful. Like he'll sit there and think through something, and his other brother is more reactive. Like and he's still pretty fucking smart, even though he's reactive. He'll react and do the right thing because his brain works fast. So hey, maybe he is smarter. Yeah.
But
Well, what?
another thing that's disrespectful to the bro in the Bleach Thousand Year Blood arc. I think that they just released the fight too. Like I think this just happened
No,
in the
I
anime,
haven't
so
even
it's not
watched any of
spoilers.
the Bleach.
But like we finally get to see this guy's Bankai, bro. And bro, this guy's Bankai is the strongest shit you've ever seen. Not only does he get an elemental power, but everyone he's ever beat ever comes back full strength and also on fire. I'm like, how do you beat this nigga? The answer is you don't. So the enemy gets like one shot, and this is specifically the manga because like I was reading this, so it was like one page, this is my abilities. The next page, enemy dead, dead. I was like, oh, okay. I was expecting a fight, but you know that's one way to show me that this guy's power is top tier, number
Yeah.
one. Like, don't fuck with him, right? Then that was the end of the chapter, right? The next chapter, the very next chapter you pick up, it's the main enemy saying, I had a twin brother. And I was like, you're fucking me. I was like, you're fucking. I was like, you're not fucking serious.
Yeah.
I was like, you're kidding. You're joking. You're. And then you read it, and it's just like this backstory of the main character who had
Uh-huh.
it of not the main character, the main enemy who's had a twin brother now. No one could tell them apart, and all this, that, and the third. And then you turn the page, and the main enemy is behind the guy. He's like, that was pretty good. And then he like stabs the guy and like one shots him. I was like, this isn't real. This isn't. That didn't happen.
Well,
Bro,
it,
I literally remember reading this shit. This was like in 2014, bro. I literally was like reading this shit. I was scrolling on my computer. I like closed my computer. I was just like, nah, I didn't read that. I was like, nope, that ain't happen. That ain't happen. Bro, from that moment on, I was like, this whole arc is trash.
yeah.
Like I was reading it week to week, even after that, because I was like, at this point, I gotta finish the final arc. I was like, oh my god, this is dog shit. And you know, it wasn't that it was the main villain's twin brother. It was some subordinate that just like turned into him, and I was like, ah, I got him. But it was just like the in the manga, the placement of the chapters, it was not good. And you know, even like when you do come to the realization, it's no better because you know he's still like no, that was supposed to be the strongest guy Like, think of the strongest guy you know. That guy is 10 times stronger than that. That's how strong this guy was. And then he gets one shot anyway. I was like, okay, that's fucking garbage. Like the 1,000 Year Blood Walk, especially if you read it, it was really just like, all right, everyone, this is it. Just go show off, do things. Fuck the narrative. Just flashy, flashy, flashy.
So
Like
basically, modern American comic books.
it was just like like oh you want to see everyone's Bankai because you're never gonna see them again. Or just started writing Bankais in. He's like this Bankai, that Bankai, this Bankai. This guy can do this. This guy can do that. She can do. I was like, all right, shut the fuck up, nigga. Bankais have never been make or break. Like never. Like we've seen Bankais that were great. We've seen Bankais that were shit. Hell, the whole premise is that the fucking enemies are stealing Bankais. I was like, who gives a fuck if you stole that person's Bankai? That person's Bankai was trash, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I really hate when they start going like getting really out of hand with characters and trying to make characters have their cool moments and then it's like they just break. They break the rules of the universe because you're just like, okay, if all these characters are so strong, like how does anything ever happen? It's like it's like how do they even fight without destroying reality around them? Why are people still able to beat them if they're so powerful? Like it makes no sense. Like that's something that happens a lot in American comic books. Like when Batman reveals some stupid new gadget he has that can do something goofy and dumb that can defeat everybody, I'm just like, why doesn't he just use that all the time? Why are there niggas running around Gotham with fucking like running around Gotham doing whatever the fuck they want and Batman doesn't stop them? If he
Well,
can
that's
stop the
that's
whole
that's the
Justice
biggest
League.
critique of American comics in the first place. Is like, yo, how do you have a recurring cast? Like, how do you send someone to jail and they out next week, bro? All right,
Yeah.
there's corruption, and then that's just irresponsible.
Yeah, the worst one probably. Like, 'cause at least with someone like Green Lantern, he's out in space. You can probably explain that maybe he's fighting some crazy, like he fights some big odds. Like nigga be fighting entire alien armadas by himself and shit, right?
Yeah,
For someone like the Flash, where it's like, oh, he can run and he can think in attoseconds and he can run this fast. I'm like, why does he ever have any trouble doing anything? Like, it just doesn't it doesn't make any sense. Like you can't make him that powerful and then at the same time like it just, I don't know, man. When have niggas tripping him and stuff, I'm just like, nah. Last book, he traveled back in time. It's like I don't understand how Deathstroke was able to trip him if he could travel
see,
back
like
in
I
time.
do, I like when they make the Flash art. It's like, all right, he did some like big, like he traveled through time. He ran faster than the light times. This is he has to stop. He's like, that shit took a lot of energy. Like it made him tired.
Yeah,
That's why he's not doing it all the time because he'd be tired, right? Like very tired. It's like, all right, I can't use my powers for a bit, type shit. Like those kinds of limitations are kind of cool.
I
Um,
rarely ever see those kind of limitations.
exactly. Like it's not
Most of the time, he just
frequent.
does whatever he wants, and I'm just like, if he could do that kind of shit, why does he have any enemies?
Yeah,
First of all,
like
why would you want to fight someone who could do that kind of stuff? Who can like fucking phase through matter. This motherfucker can move so fast. Like the before you even have had the thought, before your subconscious thought can emerge into a conscious thought, he already beat you. It's like, why would you want to fight someone like that?
I mean, like at least they tackled it with Superman. It was like Superman doesn't want to be that. Superman doesn't want to be the solution to all crime, but he'll stop like some
Yeah,
heinous ones. He's like,
yeah,
y'all gotta figure it out, but I'm not. I can't sit back and just watch it either.
yeah,
Type shit.
yeah.
You know, I'm probably not explaining it in the best scenario. Like it sounds pretty iffy when I'm just like saying it like this. But for the Flash, Flash is just like, I can't be everywhere at once. I was like, yes, you can. I saw you
That's
do
it.
it. I've seen you do
When
it.
you're patient like that, like yeah, you literally can.
It's
You
like,
literally can.
it's like, what do you,
You
bro?
literally
You're
can be
not even here
everywhere.
right now. You're having this conversation with me, but you're also at home ironing your clothes. Like I know, like I can hear you moving back and
And then
forth.
the Flash show, they really fucked up. Like, how are you gonna have the nigga in the first episode pause time, have a casual conversation, and then afterwards he's just getting punched by normal people and so I'm like, I don't understand. Like, what's going on here? Like, how can you be that bad at writing? Well, I mean, the real answer is every episode is written by different people, but you should still have someone who looks at the shit they're writing and is like, yeah, That makes
Yeah,
no
like
sense
I
because
can
listen,
understand like things for a longer show being written by different people just so you can have a
now the Flash
plethora.
was in the first season. It
Yeah, but
made
I'm
me
saying
love that
like
shit.
I just
And
mean
then
like the planning and shooting for that show would take a while, you know. So like the guy who wrote it was probably directing that episode, or at least like telling people the vision for the episode. Like someone else is probably writing the next episode behind him, you know.
yeah, but 100%. If you're writing a show in the first season is no, I can understand if like 2 seasons later a character does something that, or a season later he does something that kind of breaks the logic, right? Because then you can say because you're supposed to have a showrunner. There's supposed to be somebody who looks and makes sure everything is cohesive. But if you're gonna have him in the first fucking episode, pause time and casually have a conversation, and then after that he's like, "I'm not fast enough." Every single episode, that's
Oh yeah,
goofy.
no, like that was basically I'm not fast enough, and Cisco would be like, "Run, Barry, run," and he'd be like, "You're right, I am fast enough."
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
like I
yo,
don't
what the
get
fuck
this.
is going on?
And like I remember when they introduced the concept of like flash time, where he paused time, right? It can you hear that?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Okay. What?
I didn't hear
And
anything.
every time I try to bring attention to it, he pauses it. But anyway, can't hear it? Oh, okay. There's a guy playing some rap. But anyways, they introduced the concept of flash time, right? And like flash time is what literally what I described him doing in the first episode, but
Yeah.
now they're like introducing it as if it's some new power.
Well,
And I
now
was
he
like,
can
wait, but he did that
control
already.
it, right? Yeah.
Huh?
Now you can control it.
Yeah, no, they were just Flash was the if you want to see exactly all the things you should do to make yourself a bad writer, just watch the Flash. The
It's the
Flash will teach you.
I think Ben was watching all of the CW shows.
Yeah.
I think he started with the Flash, watched Arrow, and now he's watching Supergirl, and he was like, "Wow, how is Arrow so much better than the Flash if it came out first?" And
Yeah.
then he gets to the middle, and me and Chris were like telling him, like, "Oh, you're in the middle. This is where the Flash came out." And he's like, "How did it just get so bad? What happened?"
What Arrow?
Because like season 1 of Arrow was pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I said. And then people kept trying to disagree with me. I was like, no, season one of Arrow is a decent show. It's like
Yeah,
it's not not
who's lying?
terrible.
Anyway, so
You really can't hear that?
no, I can't.
That's crazy.
Anyway, so he's watching season 1, and then he's like getting toward where they're like introducing Flash. He's like, it's getting so bad, and then toward the end of Arrow, he's like, I fucking hate Felicity.
Yeah, Felicity's the worst character they introduced. Worst
And
character.
but he at that ranking, I think it was like Flash is bad, Arrow is better, but it got really shit at the end. And then he watches Supergirl, and he was like, it's been 2 episodes. How is this the worst CW show?
Yeah, Supergirl was absolutely atrocious. Just like one of the worst shows in existence. Like I just don't understand. Like even I was talking to some, I forgot who I was talking to. Oh yeah, the last girl I was seeing, right? She was talking to me about the CW. I was telling her about the Flash, my classic explanation of the Flash storylines. It always makes people laugh. But I'm just like, season one, there's an evil speedster with a connection with Tabari that's revealed to be a person that he trusted, right? And I was like, season two, an evil speedster with a connection to Barry. Oh, I was like, the first one was like an evil speedster from another timeline with a connection to Barry was revealed to be someone he once trusted. And it's like season two, an evil speedster with a connection to Barry from another timeline is revealed to be someone that he trusted. It's like in one scenario it's the niggas from the future, in the other he's from another dimension.
Yeah,
And I was like, season three, an evil speedster from another timeline is revealed to be someone that well, it's revealed to be Barry this time. And I was like, I don't understand why, but they just kept redoing the same plot over and over again. But we were talking about it, and she was talking about how like Supergirl was bad, and I was saying like I don't even understand why they decided to make her an adult. Like that just made no sense to me. I was like, why wouldn't you just make it about a teenager? Like it could have been a teenage girl exploring her superpowers. The plot was right there. Actually, the best episode of Supergirl is the one where we find out about her past as a teenager,
let me see.
Midvale.
I didn't watch it. I did not
Yeah,
watch
I
Midvale.
only watched one episode. I only watched like that episode. The few episodes I've watched of Supergirl, I watched when they introduced Mon-El.
That
I
sounds
watched
goofy.
when yeah, I watched when the Legion of Superheroes got introduced. I watched the Mixopidalic episode, and that's about it. I didn't watch really anything else except I think I watched when they introduced Rain. I think I saw a little bit of that. But yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. Like they just made 1,000 mistakes with Supergirl. But like, I don't know, man. It's like those shows just like it's crazy how they just become worse and worse over time. Because like other shows, like you take a show like Supernatural, it has a long time before it starts to become like a little bit of a drag and there are things that don't make any sense, blah blah blah. But then Flash, that shit started almost immediately. And then same thing with Arrow, almost immediately the show just depreciates in quality. Like it just starts going, going, going. Then what have been think of season five? Season five is probably like the one good
Is
season
it
after
Arrow?
season one. Yeah,
I
of
don't
Arrow.
remember off the top of my head.
Season five is probably like the one season that wasn't terrible. Um, and then right after that, it goes back to being downhill. They introduce a new villain, and he's kind of cool. But then, like I said, it goes downhill. And then Flash, what was it about Flash? Flash has like a when they introduce the Thinker, you start to think the show might be finally heading in a decent direction. And that shit just became goofy. I had to stop. I was like, okay, this is just dumb. Like he just started getting all the powers ever, and I was just like, why is this happening? Like I feel like with the Thinker, the what the plot should have been. They had the perfect chance. The Thinker should have just been a really fucking smart guy who the Flash could not defeat despite his speed because he was just that smart. That would have been something cool to see. Like he had redundancies, things set up to make sure Barry's like, I'm gonna take you to jail. He's like, well, I set up these bombs all around, just stuff like that.
And it's
That
like
could
we
have been
could take you to
cool.
jail, or everyone could die. What?
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
rest. Jail, death.
Yeah. But
Choices on the brain.
no, they fucking steal the idea of the Mobius chair and have him floating around like he's Metron. And then he just starts stealing everybody's powers and he becomes God. And I was like, this is dumb. Like this is dumb as fuck. And then he becomes stupid out of nowhere.
We mean he becomes stupid.
He just started doing dumb shit. Like it was like I thought he was supposed to be smart. I stopped like halfway through because I just couldn't get through it anymore. I was like, this is dumb. Ah man, the Flash. What an utter disappointment. Really, everyone really thought that show was gonna be the show too. When it came out, everyone was so happy. They're like, yeah, it's so much better than Arrow, as what people were saying. Because around that time, Arrow was fucking terrible. And then boom, you get to season two, and it's nope. It's just like Arrow. It does the same thing. Because I think the main reason when Arrow started to lose the ball was because it started jumping the shark. There was no reason for them to start introducing superhumans. They should have just left it
Yeah,
like
like Batman type characters should not fight supernatural people.
exactly. Or if you're gonna have them fight superhumans, it should have been stopped at like remember when they had like that Solomon Grundy ripoff where isn't it well not Solomon Grundy ripoff, sorry. They had their version of Cyrus Gold and he was just like some guy on Mirakuru, right? They should have
Yeah,
stopped there.
yeah. It's
Mirakuru
like
should have
some
been the one
enhanced
thing.
people.
Yeah. Like enhanced people, kind of enhanced people, like you said, or like enhanced technology. That's what Oliver should have been fighting.
Yeah,
He should not have been fighting all sorts of super people and niggas with magic. It's like, come on.
yeah. The second I gotta like, I see a Batman. It's like all I have is my human peak physicality and a bow and arrow, and it's like, what do you got? I got the power to throw buildings. What?
Or what? No, even of all the goofy shit they did, the one time they really jumped the shark, motherfucker was fighting Ted Grant, right? And he takes a boxing glove, puts it on his arrow, and shoots it, and it knocks Ted Grant out.
What? What?
It was supposed to be a reference to Green Arrow's boxing glove arrow, and I was like, that's dumb. I was like,
I
I'm
mean, I
sorry.
do remember that, but
Yeah.
I remember watching like I don't know if I'm like, ah, oh, nice. They did the Green Arrow thing.
No, I didn't think it
I
was
was like,
nice. I thought it was dumb.
ooh,
I thought it was
that's
dumb.
dumb. I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
It wasn't even that it didn't make me. It just didn't even look cool. It was just stupid. It was like, right. It's like not everything has to be. You don't have to do callbacks all the time. If a callback is gonna be dumb, don't do it. Don't do it. It's okay. It's okay. Things change. Things change. Things change. Like that kind of goofy stuff was cool. Like, come on. He doesn't have to. You don't have to recreate everything. Um, Or like another thing I really hate is when a show will call back to something just to make fun of it. I fucking hate when they do that. Like in Luke Cage, they call back to Luke Cage's original costume just to have him walk up to a mirror and be like, "I look like a damn fool." And I was like, "Come on, why'd you have to do that?"
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
everyone loves Luke Cage's original costume.
yeah. It's just, he could have said anything else. It's like I look like my grandpa or something. Like just like it was just an outdated outfit. You just
Yeah,
didn't say anything.
yeah, you just did that. It did not need to happen. That's what I'm saying. Did I need you not need to write that scene into the show? But like I've said once before, these Hollywood types, they think the source material is garbage and they're improving it. That's their main thought. They literally think they're fixing the source material. That's why they put their stupid SJW nonsense in there because they think they're making it more better. Because before, when I looked at superheroes, they were too cool. I couldn't relate to them. Later, that is some sad, depressing shit. Because I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I looked at those superheroes, I was like, man, I wish I could be like that guy. But like, imagine how much you must hate yourself to look at him like, I could never be like him. Therefore, I'm gonna change what it means to be a hero. It's like, nah, you're a villain. That's what you are. You're a super villain. Oh man,
It's goofy. It's goofy. But goofy times we live in.
goofy times require goofy measures. That is shit. So what do you um oh man.
What am I? I am a. I was gonna make a really bad joke about. I was gonna start listing adjectives.
Oh jeez.
I was just gonna
Like
list
fucking
adjectives.
I had an idea for something I think was. Well, I was gonna tell you about it because I want to make this video eventually. I was telling, I tried to give it to the idea to this girl who also had a YouTube channel, but she doesn't seem like she's gonna use it. So I'll use it. And I was like telling her when she was like, "I'm hungry." I was like, "Hi, hungry. I'm Gio." And then like I was saying like this is something I'll say to people. I was like, imagine like it'd be real funny for a video where it's like, because she was saying her brother used to do that too. I was like, it'd be real funny for you to create this video. I said to her, I was like, you're sitting there like, oh, I'm hungry. And it's like, hi, hungry. I'm dad. And like, no, dad, I'm starving. I'm actually hungry. He's like, hi, starving. I'm actually hungry. I'm dad. And then they just like fucking die, right? And then at the,
I think I've seen
at, huh?
that. I think I've
Oh,
seen that.
probably. It's probably happened before. It seems like, cause even as I was saying, but I was like, you get to the funeral procession, like, we're all gathered here today. Hi, we're all gathered here today. I'm dad at like his daughter's funeral. It was like, you need to leave. They're like, you need to get the fuck out of here. Maybe it keeps going. He's like, hi, you need to leave. I'm dead. Like, what is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh my god. He should get gradually uncomfortable. Like you see, like he actually can't control it. Maybe
There's
that's
just tears in his eyes. He's like, hi, what the fuck is wrong with you? just tears rolling. He's shaking.
oh
He's like,
man. Help me.
but he doesn't say it. He has to like mouth the words.
Yeah, buzz the words. Oh my god. But anyways, you have anything you want to talk about?
Yo, any hypotheticals?
Huh?
Any hypotheticals?
Oh, man. It's usually EJ's thing. That's why I never.
Yo,
Let me think
I
about
want to
it.
ask Chat GPT.
But
Let's.
yeah, that's one of
I'm,
them.
I'm asking AI to give us a hypothetical.
Okay.
It's kind of wordy. Like it likes to talk a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's still talking. It's still, bro.
Jesus. Or
I don't usually. Let me
remember
see.
the AI
I think it
dungeon?
like answered the hypothetical too. Wait.
Remember AI dungeon? Remember that shit?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that shit was crazy, man. I remember there was the AI. Remember the one where I killed God? It was the one where I killed
Oh.
God.
I asked it some questions before, so when I said give me a hypothetical, it gave me a hypothetical situation about the things I was asking before. So I'm reading
Oh,
this. I was like, this isn't the question. I was asking it about making a successful YouTube because I just wanted to see what it would say, and it's just a bunch of the generic advice that like everyone on the internet says because that's all it does.
yeah.
Here, I said I told it to give me a hypothetical question for an interesting stream conversation. Let's see what it does.
Imagine it's like how to get a new airline. It's
If you
like,
could travel back in time to any point in history, these questions are trash. This is some generic ass shit. It was just like, yo, if you could go back in any point in history, where, when, why do white people always ask that question?
yeah, of course, I want to go back to slavery. Obviously,
Yo, the amount of times I've been asked that question, and like the answer from like every other person of color is always the same shit. Is I'm not going back in time.
yeah. Because like, even if you want to say you want to go past slavery, right? I if I go back in time to ancient Africa, and these niggas are more strong than me. They're just they've been living a hard life. I can't fit in. They might just like leave me to starve to death
Yo,
or
they probably
something.
look at you and be like, "Why is your skin so light?" They'd be like, "Oh, look at his soft hands. This
They
woman
might
man."
they might just fucking kill me or some shit.
They
Like
might. Like, you'd probably look nothing like them even. They'd probably be like, "What is
yeah, they
wrong?"
might be like,
You'd
what
be
the fuck is
smaller
this?
than them, frail. They would think you're sick, bro. They
Like
probably think
yeah,
you're sick.
maybe they might not be like so much bigger, but they're obviously are gonna be much
Well, they'd probably
much
be bigger
like
than you. They'd
more
probably be bigger
brawler.
than you. Depending on what
Not
part
because
of Africa
remember
you go to.
they're short. Their genetics they're still short to this day, so they're probably not gonna be
No,
that
there's
much.
some really tall African. There's like some really tall African
Certain
countries.
areas, yeah, certain
There's
areas.
also really, really short African, bro. Like
Yeah, yeah.
the
But I mean, so
Africa
like
has
their
like the
height is
most
probably
genetic
their
diversity.
average height is like isn't it peaking like 5'7" or some shit?
Let me look
In
up the
Africa.
average height in the whole continent of Africa.
Africa. All their fucking disparate genetic. Remember that time I was trying to explain to this guy? He was like, oh, Europe has so many different genetic variations. I was like, so does Africa.
Yeah, I think
And he
Africa
was
is the
like, no,
most diverse though.
I was like, Africa has plenty of different genetic variations. You're just dumb. You just look and see the same color of skin and you forget because you're a fucking idiot.
Um, I can I hear I don't know why I just turned to Emil for I can see it by country, but I can't see it by continent. Here's Ghana. They're 5'6" for men. Let me look if I see Nigeria 5'4".
Yeah, it's like their heights
South
usually
Africa is 5'6".
that's super high. They're not very tall over there.
The U.S. is 5'10". We upgraded.
Oh yeah, yeah, we're getting close. Yeah, I've been seeing that. They're getting taller and fucking taller here in the U.S.
UK 5'9.6". Also basically 5'10".
Every generation is getting taller.
Philippines, Nigeria, the
But anyways,
Mexicans are
there's
way taller
one.
too. 5'7",
There's probably one time
five
period as a
five
black person.
point 7.
There's probably one time period as a black person I'd go back to, where like either like I would like to meet Booker T.
Six
Washington.
one.
In which part of Africa?
No, there's some place in. Bro, imagine the
Norway?
whole country's height 6'1".
Was it like Norway or some shit?
It's fucking the Nordic Alps.
Oh Jesus Christ!
But you know
Yeah.
Denmark is 5'11". Czech Republic is 5'11". God damn, bro. We need to start recruiting them niggas, oh. Yo, I don't know what they're doing over there. Someone get them a basketball. 6'1". Jesus
If I
Christ, bro.
if I could go back to a time as a black person, I'd probably want to meet Booker T. Washington and be a member of his Negro Business Union. That'd be cool. That'd
I'm
be a
still
cool thing
shook
to do.
by 6'1". A time I'd go back and look, man. I'm not a big past guy.
Yeah.
Cause whenever I go back into the past, I'm like, damn. Imagine losing every convenience you or like accommodated to, like, bro, like no cell phones. Like I just wouldn't be able to like figure out how to get anywhere. Like
Yeah.
I can read a paper map, but god damn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, on one hand, some of this technology seems really useless and redundant. Some of it is very useful, but I feel like some changes need to happen about our relationship with technology. Like there needs
You
to
aren't
be,
wrong,
yeah,
but you're enjoying that building you're in with that nice heating, the light, the internet. All I'm
yeah, sure.
saying, you got the nice blackout curtains, bro.
But at the same time, I probably like if you give me the option to like if I could
You
feed
have
my
the option, bro.
if I could feed myself. No, 'cause it's not as easy as you would think. Like I'd have to
Bro,
find it out
just throw your
there.
phone in the ocean. Easy. Throw your
If I
phone in
could
the ocean.
feed myself and
Yo,
go
shout out.
over
We're not
to
gonna do this YouTube shit no more. He out
yeah,
to he's out to the woods, bro.
yeah, if you could give me like if I could do it, I would do it. But I probably would still want like my internet and stuff. But
So you can read them
my
books.
phone though, I probably would get rid of that. Like if you were like, oh, I could give you a place off the grid and
Man,
all
you
you have
don't
to do,
need to
you
use
have to
your
plant
phone,
your own
bro.
food and shit though. To get to plant your own food, you gotta hunt stuff. I'd probably be like, yeah, you can give me the internet. I don't need a TV. Definitely don't need that shit. I was like, just give me like if I can have a computer there so I can kind of keep up with things going on, But I don't need a phone because if I don't have anyone to talk to, but then I might go crazy out there. So
Who cares? You're
'Cause-
alone.
yeah, but like, what if like I end up coming back into the because you need
Nah, nigga, you're
socialization on
crazy.
some level.
Who cares? You're already crazy. Like,
Yeah, what if I become like some crazy axe wielding maniac or
you
something?
don't care. You're crazy, nigga. Why?
Yeah, well,
Like,
the other people is what I'm
what
saying.
other people?
What if I
That's not
go
your problem.
wandering
You're
off?
crazy.
I
That's
go
their
wandering
business,
off.
bro. Why you minding
I
other
go
people's
wandering
business,
off.
bro?
I end up in the city. I'm just chopping people up.
It's like, oh, these trees is so much easier to cut than where I'm from.
How long do you think it would take you as a person to go crazy if you were completely alone and no one's around you?
5 minutes, bro. Give me five. No, I'm stop. It depends. Like, do I have absolutely nothing? Like, am I like gunning to go home, or am I just like, all right, I'm stuck here and there's no? Because I feel like that mindset alone is different, right? Like, if
Yeah,
you drop me
I
in the
feel like
middle of the
you
forest
live
and
like
like it'll take me a
you,
week to get out, but I'm
you live in like
working
a
towards
shack.
that.
You live in like a shack in the middle of
What I'm
nowhere,
saying
and
is like I'm just there just cause like why am I here not talking to nobody? Like
let's
I
say
need
somebody
this.
put
I
you
need a
there.
scenario.
Let's say someone put you there. Like maybe it was like some challenge you had to take on.
Oh, okay. So like I just have to stay here. Um,
What do you think is the limit before you'd need to leave? You need to fucking leave.
I'd give myself like, all right. I think there's gonna be levels to it, right? Like I'm not gonna just go batshit crazy, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like
What?
after a
What?
month, I'd
Yeah.
probably like start doing weird shit alone. Just
Yeah.
like making sounds for no reasons. Like that goofy shit you do when you like stay in your house for too long. Like after a month, you'd be outside chopping wood, just being like cuckoo, just doing some
Yeah.
stupid shit. You'd be like, yeah, like no one's around. You just start talking to yourself like very frequently. After a month, you're like 100%. That's where you are, right? Like if you got introduced back into society, it'd be really easy for you to rein it in. But like whoever like lived with you would have to like see it for a while. They're like, nigga, what you doing? You're like, don't worry about it. And like like it easy. That's like a reversible period right there.
It'd be super hard for you to talk to people now if you spend all that time
After
up
a
there.
month, yeah, you'd probably be. But I'm saying like you'd eventually acclimate back to the point where you were
Yeah. Yeah.
after a month. I
Yeah.
see getting into like from like 2 months to like 6 months, you go full stupid. Like you are doing shit you never even thought about. Like all the intrusive thoughts that you have to fight, they don't exist anymore. There's no such thing as an
You want
intrusive
if you
thought.
want. Yeah.
Like you're just doing whatever you want. Like
Imagine coming back into society after that.
yeah,
Now,
that
now
would be a lot harder. You would need to like go. You would need special help.
like
So like
therapy. Yeah.
yeah, you would need some sort of therapy to like acclimate yourself. You would need some training, not like full on Georgia the Jungle type shit, but you would definitely be like have to like relearn why you shouldn't just like if you're wondering like I wonder what's inside that fridge and you start taking it apart like you can't be doing that. This is workplace, bro. Like relax type shit,
Yeah.
right?
I will fuck.
Beyond that, like I say, like after, like if you're spending like a year alone, you're probably going mad, bro. You'd probably be doing some real crazy shit, bro. Things that like I can't even think about. I don't want to begin to describe them. I think they violate YouTube's terms and service.
I feel like for me, specifically, like the way I behave, because I mean, we're similar in many ways. We're also different in many ways. And hold on,
I'm like you. Anyway,
give me a second.
But yeah, like I was just saying, like on average, those are probably the time frames. Like give or take a few, because like I'm sure like some people would thrive for like a while. 6 months alone, they'd be like, yeah, this is everything I ever wanted. Some people would be like, 2 days in, they're like, oh my god, I haven't talked to anyone. What the actual shit? Like
Yeah.
I'm going to like end myself yesterday.
Um, but like I feel like with me and my specific personality, if I was alone for that long, like let's say like past the month mark, I feel like I'd start having like like the intrusive thoughts. But for me, it would probably be like those rants I'd be having. I'd probably be having those kind of thoughts every day. I'd probably become like some fucking
God
domestic
damn,
trend.
when this man lived with me, he would not shut up. So, bro, there'd just be moments where he would start talking. I would just have to stop listening because I was like, this man's gonna keep. He sometimes it's like he didn't even breathe. He would just keep going. I was like, what is he even talking about?
Yeah. I mean, you did the same thing. You just didn't notice you were doing.
Oh yeah, because it's me doing it. Like
Yeah.
I won't even know. There's sometimes I'll even catch myself doing it. I'm in the middle of just long winded. Just like, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
even care, bro.
But yeah, I'd probably become like I probably would go down a very crazy path. Like, because I mean, even a lot of the mindsets and philosophies I did develop was because I was alone for a lot of my time, and I would notice things, and I would think very deeply about them, and
Same.
then like that's how it end up. The things that people think I'm crazy about now probably came from actually no, I was still socializing with people, and I would still think these kind of things. But whatever. I think my nature, where I would sit there thinking very deeply about stuff, I think that was from my childhood, in which I was alone a lot, a lot of the time. So that's why I had nothing but my thoughts. So like that's why I could sit there thinking about something that other people are like, oh, it's not that deep, and like I sit there adding all these levels and complexity that I believe are there. Like I remember the last thing I said to a girl that she was like, it was crazy to say, where I was like, fucking. She mentioned something about being happy or something, and I said happiness is overrated. And she thought that
No,
was the
I agree.
craziest thing she ever heard.
I agree.
I was like, happiness is overrated. It's like you can be happy doing anything. She was like, that's not true. I was like, no, a lot of druggies are happy. She's like, they're not happy. I was like, no, happiness is a chemical state in your brain. I was like, it's like they're happy. They are happy. Maybe they're not happy.
Objectively, like
Yeah,
like if I had to explain to a human what happiness was, I would be like, yeah, when this part of the brain lights up, that nigga's happy. That
exactly.
drug just turns that shit on.
Yeah.
So, but on the other hand, though, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I mean, on one hand, like it's like sure, right? I feel like yes, yes, you should try somewhat to be happy. But if you're trying
I
to make
think you should try to
happiness
be
your main,
content.
huh?
Like
What are
content.
you gonna say?
Like being content with things. I feel like that's the
Yeah,
main goal.
yeah, you should be content. Like I said, happiness will come if you have balance and in your life and you are content.
Yeah, I feel like being happy all the time, that's the same thing as depression, bro.
Yeah, and it's literally a thing. It exists. When people are bipolar, they can have high moments of euphoria in which they're insanely happy and they're they're hard to be around because of how they're behaving.
So, yo,
And you have the
breathe,
opposite.
relax, calm
Yeah,
all the way down.
exactly. And then they have their lows where that's also something you don't want to be around, you know? But people don't get it. They're like, oh, the way to happiness. And even like people will think like mindfulness is a way to become happy, and they don't realize that a lot of mindfulness is taken from like Buddhist Zen philosophy. And Buddhist Zen philosophy is all about how life is suffering, and one of the first things you have to do is let go of that the idea that you exist as a person. You don't exist, so you have to let go of that, and you have to let go of your emotions and realize that they're meaningless. That's literally what a lot of Zen philosophy is about. And they have no idea Zen philosophy is not about trying to be happy. It's not about that at all. Oh my God. People are so funny. Yeah, because that mindfulness shit. Mindfulness is good, I do believe, but mindfulness is not going to make you happy. It's gonna make you like it's gonna make you better able to handle your emotions, especially the negative ones. Like when the negative ones come, you'll just process them like a normal person and then move on with your life. It's not gonna make it like you wake up in the morning like I'm so happy to be alive. It's
You just
like
wake up, that Pharrell song is playing, just like,
yeah. I mean, you probably will feel happy to be alive because if you're a very mindful person, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm happy I didn't die in my fucking sleep yesterday. Like those kind of thoughts will cross your mind often if you're a very mindful person. Because you're like, I really could just fucking have a exploded vessel in my fucking brain and just die in my sleep. That's definitely a
very
possibility.
unlikely. But
Very unlikely, but it could happen, you know? Yeah. Or even like fucking you left the gas on, or the gas just went off in your house. Boom, you're fucking dead. You know? Oh man, like shit like I remember when I was younger, I remember I would start feeling my skull and stuff, and I'd be like, damn, there are like so many different ways I could just die. Like I don't think about stuff like that. It was really like a weird thing to me that like there were so many parts, like so many points of failure. Where if this went wrong, I could break my fucking hand, I could die. I just found it, and I found it interesting. That was the thing that was weird about it.
see, but the fact that you don't means it's working out.
Yeah, it's working out. Yeah, because I was like, yo, imagine if I tripped and that edge of that thing, it would just go straight into my fucking head and kill me, wouldn't it? I was, like,
And it's
really,
oddly weird how fragile humans are, yet they
yeah,
aren't. Right? Like
yeah,
you've seen kids like literally just like you can literally bounce them motherfuckers, and there's like
yeah,
they're just laughing the whole time.
yeah. Yeah. And like the time I pushed her way down the stairs, it's just sliding down them.
And then there's other times where it's like, yeah, I was walking like a normal person and I rolled my ankle. I'll be out for 3 weeks. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Or somebody coughed near me, and then that shit shut me down for 2 weeks.
It's like, oh yeah, I was in the same room as someone who had the flu. Now they weren't sitting next to me. They walked in, said, "Oh no, I'm sick," and walked out. And here I am.
I remember a woman told me, well, not tell me, but she was telling my mom a story, and I was there, of like some guy had used like the fucking bathroom or something somewhere, and I guess he was sick. I don't know, I guess he was sick, and someone else used the bathroom, and they also got sick from him.
I
And I
mean,
was
yeah,
like, oh,
no, there were stories about shit like that all over. It's like the most famous one was like, you remember you can get AIDS from a toilet seat or some shit.
oh yeah, yeah, that
It
was
was
stupid.
it was goofy, but it was like, all right, technically, possibly, yeah, if you happen to have a cut
On your ass.
on your butt cheek, and the other person had a cut on their butt cheek, and they had some blood,
Oh,
maybe
how do you not see the blood? How would you not see the blood?
because they had to go so bad, bro. They didn't realize
I'm
it
not
was.
gonna lie. I had those moments. You run in the bathroom and throw your pants
I've
off.
never had those moments in a public bathroom
Oh, not a
because
not a
that's
public
what I'm
bathroom.
saying.
No,
Like
you
a
wait till you
public
get home.
bathroom,
Yeah.
because it's like that'd be crazy in a public
I mean,
bathroom.
there's a time in the public bathroom where I had a moment like that, but I didn't touch the seat. I like held myself up and just let it rip.
So
You
you know what I'm
know?
saying? Is like if it if you had enough time to make the conscious effort and the conscious decision to not sit down, that's not that moment, bro.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not that moment.
But yeah, because when you run to your house, you're just like, you're just unbuckling your belt
You
as you're
sit
running
down and
inside.
you realize that you didn't pick the toilet seat up, and you're like,
Man, just all over the toilet seat. Jesus Christ. Oh
oh man,
man.
I think we're getting a little off the rails here, bro. We've
Yeah,
descended into
we went
toilet
nuts.
humor.
Well, anyways, thanks for joining us today for whoever joined us. Um, just remember, Andrew Tate is Andrew Tate is innocent. I'm sorry.
Andrew
I
Tate's
don't know if he's
arrested. The
innocent.
Loonatix
I don't know if
Unleashed was
he's
an
guilty.
underrated show.
Yeah,
I won't say underrated. I think it is fairly rated.
yeah,
Like, it's not an amazing show, but it's not that bad.
yeah. It's like when that girl said to me, "Death Note is underrated." I was like, "What you talking about?"
Um,
It's like Death Note is
bro, go
underrated.
watch Spider Riders. You'll get rid of your fear of spiders, bro. That spider, the main character spider, he was the coolest homie, bro.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
got your back, bro. He died. He's literally ride or die, bro. Literal ride or die. Um,
yeah.
what else did we talk? We talked about.
Flash is a terrible show, as is the CW.
Oh yeah,
Yo,
CW show. Go
remember I
watch the
told you.
CW shows, guys.
Remember I told you about how the CW shows hadn't made a profit since their like beginning. Like
Oh yeah,
they
yeah.
had
It was just like, how are they out here, bro?
Jesus Christ. But yeah, guys, thanks for joining us. Vanguard. Oh, catchy, same bad place, same